Hey guys, welcome back to another episode with the Miata DIY guys. Last time we tried to fix the dust covers on the power steering rack and we found more broken old parts. So we are going to be replacing our end links today. So we ordered new parts from Moss. Just gonna get in here and check these out. So with the aftermarket one, you should note that there's no castle nut like on the OEM, but if you look closely here, there's a thread locker ring on top of the nut. So that'll act as our thread locker. And there you'll have your tie rod end, new versus the old destroyed one.
So first we have to remove the destroyed dust cover. As you can see, these are pretty old and destroyed, so we're just going to take a box cutter to it and cut it off and remove it completely. You'll need some needle nose pliers to remove the clips. And then untwist the clip on the power steering side and remove the rest of the damaged dust cover.
So we're on the passenger side of the vehicle. To get rid of the end link, we need to remove the castle nut and have to bend back the set pin. Just get some pliers and sort of bend it back. I went ahead and grabbed myself some needle nose vice grips because this is a bit of a pain to get out. Ugh. To remove the castle nut, you'll need a 17mm ratchet. So we just cracked the castle nut on the tie rod. It's very rusty and old. If you were attempting to save these, if you were just doing some maintenance and they weren't cracked, you would not want to hammer this down with this kind of hammer. You'd want a flat one, a more flat surface so you don't bend the threads, but since we are removing the whole piece and throwing it away, we don't care. Okay, so with a bit of hammer you can get your end link loose.
To remove the tie rod end link, I have a 17mm wrench on the jam nut on the tie rod end. What I'm doing now is taking a large adjustable wrench to the tie rod end link itself.
And there we go. Just had to crack it loose. That's the tie rod removed. So with the tie rod removed, we can put on our new dust cover, which will go right here. I already filmed and showed you cutting off the old one that was destroyed. We went ahead and got some more synthetic blend grease, just because you can see in here, it's kind of old. Just want to pack it with some more.
So this is the job of the dust cover anyways, to keep out, dirt, rock, water, if it were to break again. So we're just going to add a little bit more grease in here just to keep the joints protected from any sort of dirt that might get in if the dust cover were to break again. So now comes the most difficult part, installing the dust boot cover. The method we used was sort of squishing it and getting as much surface area over the power steering end as possible, and then taking a small long flathead screwdriver and prying the opposing side away around the rest of the circumference. If you work your way slowly around, it'll pop on and it'll be secure.
So now we're going to use the provided wire like we did on the other one, on the other side previously. Gonna wrap it around twice. It's a little awkward when it's brand new. It's very hard to bend. And you just tuck it up out of the way so it won't get snagged on anything. And then we're going to replace the pinch clip that came with it originally. And that is the first step. We've installed the new dust cover boot. Now we're on the passenger side. We've left the set bolt in place here. We're going to now just thread on our new end link.
So on your new tie rod end links, as we mentioned before, there are these nylon thread locker rings on the nuts, and those can give you a bit of difficulty when trying to clamp down. If you consult your Haynes manual, you'll notice there's an illustration saying you disconnect the tie rod end link from the steering knuckle with a puller. Well, we didn't have a puller. To press the tie rod end link back up into the knuckle, a lot of people chose to use hammers, and we opted for a C-clamp for better pressure. And now we're going to use a 3/4 inch wrench to turn the thread locker nut slowly, and then we're going to use the correct torque spec when it's all tightened down.
Okay, so we set our torque wrench to 30 foot-pounds. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we're not there yet. That's pretty tight. Maybe we're... Yeah. We're going to check the torque again real quick. Okay, so I wasn't fully scientific, but we lowered the torque wrench to 24.75 foot-pound, and it gave us a click. So we're going to leave it at that.
All you have to do now is repeat the steps on the other side, and your installation is complete. When you're all done, make sure you have your alignment checked by a dealership or an alignment shop. Install your wheels and lower the car, and you're good to go. If you have any questions about the install or parts in this video, please leave a comment below, and if you need any parts like the ones in this video, head over to mossmiata.com. They have all the parts you might need from the 1990 Miata to the current generation.